Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding on too long and unresolved questions hold you down. What could have been a friendly smile has turned into a frown. I'm moving on and on. On and on.
All right, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. I'm Miss Mark, and today we're gonna go get some coffee, which is probably gonna be, that's a surprise to most of you. And we are gonna spend the whole day on Dazer and Eleanor. I have been slacking and focusing on Sugar Serpent, but today is Dazer and Eleanor day. Let's get some stuff done. My goal is to maybe rough out 2 episodes. I have 4 more episodes in the season, so let's rough out half of them. Yeah, okay. Let's get going to Starbucks.
I'm moving on and on. On and on. Seagulls fly around the beach house that I rented for a while. You can try to find my number or my FBI file. Sweet is my location, sweet as well my destination. If you're looking to begin, then look no further than within. I'm satisfied with what
Nice. Not too bad. Also not too bad.
I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run, I didn't want to slow down. But baby, then you came around. Yeah, you came around. No, I won't ever let you down. I promise you that I'll hold on. I know that
We're leaving the local nursery here in town. I got a few plants and I got a couple at Walmart when I was there earlier. It was a little bit more money than I had intended to plan, largely because of this giant bag of soil. Kind of forgot that I needed that, but it's all good. I'm excited to get this stuff in.
and when it gets dark, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine. The sun will shine. Yeah.
Good morning. It is the next day. I call these my Rocky Balboa sweatpants. We're going to a coffee shop primarily just to read. So I'm on my summer schedule, so I'm working a lot less at my day job. What happens is I kind of go into a panic and I'm like, I gotta make the best use of this free time and I should get all this work done. And I feel like I might misuse the free time, and so I'm stressed about like how I wake up each morning and how I spend my day. Just because I have an entire day doesn't mean I actually ought to spend the whole day on comic art. I'm trying so hard to relax.
He moved like a magnet, wearing holes in the carpet, counting steps to the back porch, same song from the screen door. He was a score on a map.
Okay, well now the weather is kind of overdoing it. It's so nice outside that I don't really want to sit inside. I really want to draw Daisy and Eleanor panels. I'm feeling really motivated. I just wish that I had like an outside studio, you know? I don't know what that would look like, but I just really want one. What I'm gonna try and do is draw 1 or 2 pages, and then go outside and I'll do my plants and stuff. It'll be even warmer. It's so nice and warm right now. Anyway, speaking of Daisy and Eleanor, I'm changing directions in the comic a little bit in terms of comic production. So here's the history. Daisy and Eleanor originally started as like ink on paper, like printer paper, not even Bristol paper, printer paper. And I used a mixture of pens, dip, nibs, and brushes. I used a mixture and that kind of changed. But it was basically just ink on paper. And then I switched to around the same time. I inked traditionally for a little while coloring digitally. And then I switched and pretty much everything was digital for quite a while. And then recently I've gone back to penciling traditionally, penciling on paper, and then inking digitally and coloring digitally. But since working on Sugar Serpent, I have been itching to go back to traditional inking for everything. Traditional inking is so much fun, and I have so much more confidence now than I did, 5 years ago when I was inking Daisy and Eleanor traditionally. 4 years, 3 years, whenever it was I last inked traditionally. I have so much more confidence and I enjoy it even more. And I've just been kind of resisting going traditional for Daisy and Eleanor just because I was in this like rut where I was like, it should be digital. It just felt like it ought to be. But I'm not having fun. I shouldn't say I'm not having fun. Inking digitally is nowhere near as fun for me as inking traditionally. And in general, the less time I stare at a screen, just kind of the more creative I feel. That leads us to today's Hobby Lobby purchase. I've used their Bristol paper before. I've used it for some Sugar Serpent stuff, and I've used it for penciling. I like it a lot. This is 11 by 17, and it's quite big. I am gonna try this for one episode of Daisy and Eleanor. I mean, maybe more, but I'm gonna try it out for the next episode because the next episode is actually, like, artistically fairly simple. So it's a good episode to sort of like see how I like this workflow. I don't think I've ever done a page this big. I'm gonna have to scan like top half and bottom half because I don't have a scanner that can do 11 by 17. I just wanna, I don't know. I think this is something that's gonna bug me until I try it. Maybe it'll work out and I'll keep doing it. Cool. If not, then I will know and I can move on. It's time to pencil. It's so big it won't fit on the camera, on the screen. Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to the first voiceover part of this vlog. So this week was kind of weird. It was my first week kind of on my summer schedule where I have fewer hours at my day job. And my goal for this week was essentially to go all out and just give it my absolute best. So for context, in the past, whenever I have like a very big schedule change or I suddenly have a lot of free time, I usually struggle to sort of adjust to that, and it takes me a long time to get used to my new schedule. And with all the extra free time, it's easy to allow myself to be kind of more sluggish or lazy or do other things that aren't really priorities. And then all of a sudden that free time is gone or that break is over, whatever it is. And I'm like, oh no, I wasted all that time because I didn't really try to get on a different schedule. So, yeah, this week being my first week on my summer break, essentially, I just wanted to like be super aggressive and proactive about establishing a routine, establishing a schedule, and really, really making the best use of the free time. Now, this doesn't mean drawing all the time. It might seem like that a little bit in these videos, but usually I would say like half the day, if I had the whole day off, like half the day is spent on art, maybe a little bit more than half. But essentially with this schedule, what it allows me to do is have like a regular work day that's just art. And then I do have time off in the evenings, basically, or I could start my day a little bit later. So I felt like this week was amazing. It felt like a really good balance, because what you might not see in this vlog is things like I went ahead and got up at my usual time, but then I would have quiet reading and like go for a walk in the morning, do a ton of this work, maybe take a break in the afternoons and go to the thrift store, or go do some gardening. And then in the evenings, like I generally don't work after dinner. I'll work up until dinner, and then after that it's time to watch a movie or play video games or something. So yeah, the goal of this week was to I don't know if you've heard the expression like begin as you mean to proceed. Is that the expression? Kind of start off the way you intend to keep going. So I wanted to start this off, start the summer off with on the right foot with, I don't know, I just wanted to get it right first try, I guess. What I guess it's not so much what I wanted to do so much as like what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid that sort of like slide into laziness, sort of the slide into not getting my priorities accomplished. It's just very easy for me to give myself the leeway to not work on art stuff, comic stuff. So this week I just was very conscious of that and was very consciously trying to avoid it. I don't think I overdid it. I woke up Saturday feeling pretty good, so I think I got it right. We're just gonna start another clip in my car. All right, today is Friday. I was gonna attempt to pack Patreon rewards, but I have like none of the stuff that I need. I ran out of envelopes, glue dots, stamps, and mailing labels. Literally everything. So I need to go buy those things, but I also need to drop off my rent and get gas. So I'm gonna do the rent and the gas first because they're tedious and annoying, but necessary. And then we'll go to Hobby Lobby to get the other stuff because I believe envelopes, that one brand, Paper Studio, I think it's on sale this week. So okay, so here we go with the second voiceover. Yay. Yeah, I didn't have any of my supplies for Patreon, so I went to Hobby Lobby. I almost bought a corner rounder, and then I was like, nope, my hand doesn't need that. So I passed on that, but I got all my other supplies, got my Patreon rewards packed, got new rewards ordered for May, and yeah, kind of got Patreon physical rewards all set. And then on my way to the post office, I actually decided to kind of take a long afternoon, like a long lunch break. I had lunch, I went to the post office, and then after the post office, on the way home, I stopped at the Restore, Habitat for Humanity. It's like a thrift store. And I found possibly the most amazing thing ever. And a bunch of people in the store asked me about these, and I was so excited. They are collapsible rocking chairs. Collapsible wooden rocking chairs. Like, I tested them out in the store. I couldn't believe it. I just think they're so ingenious, like the design. How do they even do this? And they're extremely comfortable. I spent the afternoon reading Caves of Steel by Isaac Asimov out in the cozy chairs. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. Before this video, or this vlog, which is a video, I guess, before it ends, I thought I would, like, really quick just kind of chat about why I'm kind of going back to a little bit more traditional for Dazer and Eleanor. I think I've talked about it a little bit here and there, maybe a little bit on Instagram. I don't remember, honestly. But essentially, I haven't been feeling like I really enjoy digital inking as much. There are certain things about digital inking that are very handy, like having the undo button and, you know, all kinds of corrective tools, and like you never have to fully commit when you're doing ink digitally. And those are all pluses, but patrons have seen me working on Sugar Serpent, and I knew that I wanted to do that comic like entirely traditionally as much as possible. And as I've been working on that, working on Dazer and Eleanor digitally, like it makes me feel kind of sad. I'm like, well, this isn't as fun. Sugar Serpent gets to have all the fun because I get to get out my real ink and brushes and stuff. And in comparison, just the process of working on Dazer and Eleanor felt stiff and kind of clunky, I guess, or like forced. So I was like, I'll just wait, and maybe someday I'll go back to traditional media for Dazer and Eleanor. And then I was like, no, the whole point of me doing this comic, Dazer and Eleanor, the whole point of it was just to see how much I could learn about making comics. Like when I first started publishing it, that was my goal, was I just want to learn the ins and outs of comic making. So honestly, it's still kind of an experimental comic, and I decided to just allow myself to go back to traditional media, and yeah, these pages made me so happy. I've gotten 3 pages done this way, and the process just made me so happy. So yeah, I think that is it for this vlog. It was so much inking footage. I hope you guys made it through. If you did make it through, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like button before you leave, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more progress being made on my comic, or possibly new furniture that I find at the thrift store. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.